So we're back. I'm Anton Glans. I'm doing commentary with the half of the PSS dude that wasn't invited to this tournament.
On contraire, my friend, I was invited, but I was too busy to do it.
All right. Okay. Sorry. Flint Espel is in the house.
Hey, everybody. Nice to see you. Nice to hear you.
Yeah. What's up, Flint?
Not much. Just hanging out here in California. I'm excited to do some commentary on some Premodern matches.
Yeah. Sounds good. We're getting intel that we're gonna watch Sligh on Sligh action. I think this is the third match I get to commentate on Sligh, so I'm starting to feeling hot now.
You're living the dream. All this Sligh.
All this Sligh, man. No, but Javier Campos versus Chris DiBiase is what's coming up. And Flint, you are the Sligh guy who likes to win monthlies with the deck, so like I feel like you should explain all this mechanics in these decks.
Yeah, and I know we just watched a Campo match as well. I don't know what order these are going to be in, so no spoilers there. But we did talk a little bit about his deck. We think it's maybe the same one that he won Spanish Nationals with. He's electing not to play Urza's Bauble, and instead in those, as you put it, exciting 4 slots where you get to brew a Sligh. He's elected to run Volcanic Hammer. He's got 1 Lava Dart main. He's gone down to 3 Shock, and he's running 3 of the Vortex and 3 of the Scroll, and only 2 Barbarian Ring instead of 3, which will be huge in this matchup because he really doesn't want to be taking damage from his own permanents as much as he can help it. It's just really, really important.
No, absolutely. And do you think like Aaron Dix cries every time he sees a Volcanic Hammer in a Sligh list, or?
Yeah. I think Chris, his opponent, cries a little bit as well. I think they both hate anything sorcery speed in a Sligh deck, if memory serves me correctly.
It's been a hot topic lately to dissect what's the correct 60 in Sligh. More noteworthy things. 2 Anarchists. He's respecting Circle of Protection Red, I guess. Exalted Angels, maybe?
Or Warmth, or
Solitary Confinement. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if there's any Enchantresses in this tournament, actually, but Anarchy is a fine card, especially when you have 20 lands, so you can find your lands.
Yeah, even with 20, it can still be difficult to get up to 4 sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's not unheard of. He's also got a Flaming Pain in his sideboard, which I really like.
Yeah.
Definitely Price of Progress is mandatory. I think, notably absent here is more Lava Darts. I mean, this is a matchup where Lava Dart is just so great in the mirror, and he won't be able to bring those in. His sideboard actually isn't very good against other Sligh decks. So I'll be curious to see Chris's list and what his sideboard looks like and how that shapes up in the mirror as well.
Yeah, I feel like 3 Curse Scroll is fantastic in the mirror, but yeah, I gotta agree with you. Lava Dart. Oh, here we have 4 Lava Darts instead in the 75 by Chris.
Mm-hmm.
A bit another layout here, so I don't see all the land. It's 19 lands here, but 4 baubles instead. Okay, yeah.
Yep, he's got the 4 baubles. He's only running 2 scrolls, and how many? He's got 2 Vortex main, which is good.
Yeah.
And then what else has he got? He's got the 4 baubles, 1 dart main. So they both have 1 dart main. He's got the 4 shock. Yeah, he's got the pretty standard bauble Sligh list here.
And he has
his sideboard is also updated. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say we're seeing Mog Savage here, which is like the latest tech in Sligh sideboarding, I feel like, versus Dreadnought. Yep. But I guess in the mirror, like. Do you board in an Overload overall versus Sligh? But I don't think you board in a Mog Savage, or what's the...
Well, what else does he... The pops have got to come out, right? So you're boarding 4 in at a minimum. So he's got 3 dart that he definitely wants to bring in. I think he probably does bring in, let's say, 1 Mog salvage.
Yeah.
At the very least, because being able to take out Curse Scroll really is important. Curse Scroll, is, as you stated earlier, is important in the mirror as well. It's just a really nice recurring source of damage. And if one player can empty their hand and get a scroll or 2 out, then you can do a ton of creature control.
Yeah, absolutely. Is Sulfuric Vortex good in the mirror? Like, do you just sit on it until you like, okay, now I'm in a lead with 5 damage points or something, or what's how do you play Sulfuric Vortex in the?
It's only good when you're ahead, right? Like if you have a discrepancy in life totals that's pretty legitimate, and you have some burn in your hand to back it up, then at some point you're going to force your opponent to go for it, and then because the vortex is going to be chipping away at their life, and then when they go for it, you can respond. But it's only really good, in my opinion, at least in the games that I played, where you're pretty far ahead. I'd never want to see it early in my hand in the Sligh matchup.
So you don't want more than 2 then, by that logic, I guess.
I wouldn't. I would not myself. No.
Okay. Yeah, that's some good insight. All right. So who is the starting player here? I didn't catch it.
I didn't catch it either. Let's see.
But we have an unkeepable hand from Chris here, while Javier has a great hand.
Look at all those sweet red cards.
Yeah. But Javier has a great hand. Like Mug Fanatic feels fantastic in the mirror also.
Oh yeah. 2 lands. He's got a turn 1 play. It's probably the best creature he could ask for. He's got a Ball Lightning later on. I'm not great. The Fire Blast will be great later. I think if he had one more like early game kind of actions like spell, like maybe another Fanatic, like that would be perfect. But it looks like a good hand.
Yeah.
Obviously, Chris has to mulligan here.
But this is also like a super weird hand, because if he doesn't find another land, Javier, for like 5 turns, this hand will get weird. But like, I guess Sligh hands are weird when you don't have a 3rd land.
Yeah, for sure. The other thing too with Javier's hand is he's got 3 mana cost, and then obviously the 6 mana cost Fire Blast. So the Curse Scroll, it's kind of hard to get cards out of his hand until after turn 4 for that scroll to be more effective. So he does. You're right. He needs to draw the 3rd land, but that's the best Sligh hands have 2 lands and you draw into your 3rd. Or have 2 lands and you draw into your 3rd land, in my opinion.
This was an interesting mull from Iron Lungs here. He chose to put 1 fetch on the bottom instead of 1 mountain when I have a Grim Lavamancer. Do you think he knows what's up? Do you think he suspects Javier to be on Sligh when he?
I think so. Yeah. I think they both know what's going on here.
So you start with Fanatic, I guess.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Take it out. So advantage bar seems like 85% to Javier right now.
Let's see. The Lavamancer is a nice follow-up there.
And deploying, like Javier can't deploy his Lavamancer now without. He can't really. He's kind of locked in this situation.
I mean, Javier's kind of in trouble here because he doesn't have interaction for a Ball Lightning.
Yeah.
Chris doesn't know that, right? I mean, but there's no way that Javier, taps out on his turn. I mean, I think he will probably play land. He might still play his Lava Man out, and then just leave, the Wooded Foothills.
But do you think?
Or to leave the land untapped.
I mean, playing the Lava Man means you save 2 life basically, but I think it's correct to play the scroll here and have 1 mana up just to like signal that I have Lightning Bolt up. Do not play the Ball Lightning.
Yeah, he's got to leave the mana up 100%.
And this is what
here's the question.
This is what I like about doing commentary about this, because these are all like great Sligh players. So like they don't just tap out, go, tap out, go, tap out, go. They have always like the bluff. It's there. And I do enjoy. Oh, scroll is a great top deck there. Yeah.
Very nice. Well, and now his Lavamancer is online as well.
And correctly so, he did not choose to to attack with it.
Correct.
Oh, he got the third land. Okay. So you can't really play the vortex, or does he have to play the vortex here to just enable his own curse scroll?
I mean, that's what we were talking about earlier, right? He has all these like high casting cost cards in his hand, and so it's going to make it really hard. So now, I mean, the door is wide open now. So Chris now knows that he can swing with the ball lightning.
Yeah.
So I think Javier thinks that maybe Chris just doesn't have the ball lightning is what he's betting on, basically, or hoping.
Yeah.
But as we know, Chris definitely has it, and he's going to play it right here.
Yeah, advantage bar
This
is back
huge.
on Chris, man.
Yeah, swinging with both. 7 damage coming in, plus 2 more from Javier's own sulfuric vortex. Yeah. So now that advantage bar is just hugely swung into Chris's favor, especially since, I mean, if Javier draws another mountain, then things might change a little bit because now both Fire Blasts are online, exactly. And he can swing in with his own ball lightning. So this is a huge turn. His best draw on his deck is a land.
Yeah. Right, he goes for the ball lightning. I mean, it's pretty close. 1 mountain away from like lethal. Because the vortex will deal
a land. A land would have been game.
Wow, I can't admit this, but I find this actually pretty exciting. I mean,
this is exciting.
Yeah, it is. So he did.
Oh,
sorry.
Yeah, he just sealed it there. No, go ahead.
No, but I was just gonna say, do you activate Curse Scroll in your upkeep here, or he chose to not do it, and it rewards him, of course.
Yep.
But there was a world where he could activate Curse. No, because then it would just be 2, 3, 4, 5 with the vortex. No, okay, yeah, that's correct. Correct play by him.
Yeah. Just 1 damage. I mean, Javier's just 1 damage away, right? Like he can deal 7 here in his upkeep with the vortex trigger on the stack, but he's not going to get a draw.
Yeah, it's this is a really close game.
He's going to show him. By the way, I almost had you.
1 mountain away. Yeah, cool.
Super close game. Love that.
Yeah, for sure.
All
right.
Pups are out.
Yeah. And Lavadars come in.
Oh, hells yes, they do. Now, here's the thing. Is he going to bring in 1 salvage, or what's the other? He's thinking about 2. Maybe he's going to take out his vortexes.
Yeah, 1 vortex or 1 bauble, right?
Yeah, I would leave the bauble personally. But yeah, I think taking out the vortex is probably correct. Cool. It's pretty straightforward there. Let's see what Javier does.
You think he's gonna take in the winter orbs?
I don't know how good they are in this match. Like, they're gonna hurt him as well, and they both have access to damage. He's gonna bring in his overloads. He's gonna take out 4 pups.
Yeah.
So what, 2 overloads and I don't know, price of progress or something. Oh, crash. Yeah, crash. Great. Yep.
And here we see the Mog Salvage. Not too sexy hands from either player.
No.
Oh, Chris has the mulligan again to 5. Okay.
Brutal.
Yeah, but that's a fine.
Yeah, obviously keep that. Toss some fetch lands on the bottom.
Yeah. So versus most other decks, you would keep the fetch lands, right, and put down the mountain, or
Yes. Yep.
Oh, he got a lava dart. Is it correct to deploy the dart immediately? I've listened to Flores.
I think I would play the Fanatic first, honestly. I wouldn't just immediately go dart to face.
No. I mean, there's not gonna come a ball lightning next turn, so.
But Chris is a Sligh master, and he chooses not to play the Fanatic. Interesting.
Yeah, well. You see, this is where we do commentary. Like it seems simple, but it's not. There's a lot of decision making here.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay. Now he's safe from ball lightning for all eternity. And that's gotta feel good.
Yeah, I mean, the reason why I would play the Fnatic first, though, is because you can start to get in with damage if Javier doesn't like have a really efficient way to get rid of the Fnatic, and Javier can't get rid of your Fnatic and play a ball lightning on his first turn or first 2 turns of the game. So you can still have that mountain and lava dart, the very next turn and be ball lightning proof. So I think you're missing an opportunity for possibly 1 or more points of damage from an early Fnatic attack. But again, I don't play Sligh as much as Chris does, so I'm sure he has a very sound reason for why he ordered it that way.
Yeah. I couldn't say, but hey, we noticed it.
We did. Look at us noticing things. I'm so proud of us.
Man. So that lava monster is not gonna live. Do you incinerate it, or do you? Now you have to Mog Fnatic it, right?
I'm gonna attack with Fnatic and just see where things go.
Or do you shock it?
I might even shock it, honestly. I think I might shock it and then attack and keep the Fnatic train going. Force Javier to use a legit spell on my Fnatic at some point if I can.
Shock was probably the best draw I could. Now Lava Dart would have been better, perhaps, but like just a low impact damage spell. Yeah.
It's so funny too because both of the players have their answers for the opposing player's curse scroll, right? And they're just rotting in their hands right now. Here we go. Okay, there's the scroll.
That's also perfect because it means like Chris's hands get more alive. So yeah, it's always a weird like tension in a game when that's the thing. Like you play out a card which enables your opponent's hands more, and it's like. But yeah, Monk Savage costing 3 means that Chris actually loses on the deal. So yeah.
Yep. Well, and it's so huge that he's got a lava dart in his graveyard and a Fnatic, so he can tap out to play, Mog Salvage whenever he wants, basically. Now, obviously, it's an instant, so he's going to want to do it not on his turn. But it's just nice that even if he does have to tap out to play it, he still has backup.
No, for sure. So he has.
I think you do it here.
He has 10 damage in hand plus Curse Scroll, yeah.
Yeah, so I think we're going to see an activation naming Incinerate here, would be my guess, right?
Yeah, unless he wants to like crash his own Curse Scroll in response to up his odds, but like no.
I don't think that's a play he'll make.
But it would get him closer to threshold, actually. So yeah. It would be sweet though.
Man, I'd love to see you play a Sligh deck at some point in time. If we ever have our pull-up competition and you lose, I think you have to play Sligh in one of the monthlies. Yeah. I think that's the
I'm not sure what deck I would put you on. Like the deck you hate most. Like you seem so all over the place. Like Prison Control, is that the worst nightmare in Premodern?
I hate Prison decks, man. Like making me play Stasis or Mud would be like.
Sweet. Then I know. All right.
Yeah. I'll give that to you since I know about your hatred for Sligh. Anyway, sorry. Back to the match. Looks like he missed with the scroll.
Yeah.
Or did he target the Fnatic?
He must. No, because he played a Lava Monster then, and yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I heard another deck than Sligh, and I was just like, my mind went, whoo. So,
all right, the board is clear.
Oh, perfect.
That is such a good draw. It's not going to matter, though. That Crash has been waiting for this moment the entire game.
Do you sack a mountain, or do you wait, or do you fetch?
I cast it. I would just cast it. I mean, he's got one Fire Blast in hand, and he who's wanted to draw another one. Like, so he wants to conserve his mountains for fire blasts.
Yeah. So he could get threshold. That means he has 2, 3. He has 8, 10 damage, 12 damage. Okay. Getting close.
Yep.
Oh, Vortex is such a weird draw here, right?
Yeah. Oh. I mean, Chris is at 19, but I don't know if I would play it.
Yeah. I don't think I would either.
Like, Javier's been sitting there with multiple cards in his hand for a long time, and he's got 6 mana. The fact that he's not playing those cards, right? We know that they're high impact cards like Fire Blast. So even though Chris is sitting, quote unquote, comfortably at 19 life, he has to know that Javier's got some bangers over there.
But now he could, because now he has 4 lands. So now he knows that he can sacrifice a land for his Lava Dart in case Javier just sits with a lot of ball lightnings, but no, not sure.
The Fnatic tables have turned here.
No.
Okay.
So Javier is at 15. Does this change the math that you might actually consider Vortex now?
I think he's considering it now. Because he's got 4, 6, or 4, 7, 10, 11 damage with Lava Dart in his graveyard. Yeah. So he only needs 2 activations of the Vortex.
Yeah. That might be. Oh, okay. Just not to.
You've got to kill that Fnatic.
Yeah, I mean, now it's done 2 and it will deal at least 3, so. Oh, okay.
All right, he's going upstairs. Another Fire Blast would be like the best draw possible for sure. Chris.
Thinning?
That would be my guess. It's pretty marginal, but...
All right, so deploy the Vortex, Bolt end of turn, Fire Blast, Incinerate, and Vortex. That would close the deal, right?
Yeah, but...
No, if it does the Vortex now, yeah. They're respecting each other, of course, so... When we have full information, it's like, might be a window, but yeah. You cast the Bolt here as well?
Yeah.
Oof.
Okay. I mean,
now you just slam the Vortex.
Go for it. He's going to slam it, absolutely.
There's no reason not to. So how much damage? He's at 15, yeah. No, he's safe.
I think he should be safe,
That's 12, 13 from Javier.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
13 with Fnatic.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
That was cool.
Great. That was cool. Yeah. Well played by Chris.
Yeah. And
look at you saying that a Sligh on Sligh match is cool. I'm so proud of you, Anton.
Yeah, I mean, I never talk shit about seeing a Sligh match, just playing it, playing the deck myself. But obviously, like this is good content for like aspiring Sligh players to see. Like there is a lot of decisions actually, and like slowballing a little bit just to like bluff or just signal that I have the control here. Like it matters for sure. Yeah,
you don't just tap mountains and cast spells as soon as you have them, right? There's a there's a way to play the deck well. And I know Flores talks about it ad nauseum on his podcast, but he did write the nice 3 Gears article as well on how to play the red deck, which is a very good read if you're new to Premodern and want to learn how to play the deck a little bit better, because it's one of the cheaper ones to build. So it's a nice one to have in your gauntlet for sure.
But this wasn't Gear 1 we saw. Was it Gear 2 or Gear 3?
It was probably mixed between 2 and 3, right?
Yeah, no, it's interesting for sure. Yeah, if I'm doing more commentary for Will, I'm hoping to see something else than Sligh next time. But as much as fun as this has been, but yeah. So I'm not sure what's the standing in the pod after this, because there's like a mashup between commentators and orders of matches.
Of the matches, yeah.
So I won't dare to conclude anything based on these 2 matches that we've done. But Fran is in the pod as well with Blue White Shrimp, and Rebels in the pod with Machine Head as well. So quite red pod actually.
Yeah, those blasts are going to come in handy.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. All right. I think that's about it. So
I think so.
Cool to join you, Flint. It's always an honor to share the booth with you.
Always a pleasure, Anton. Love chatting with you when we get the chance, and good to see you. I know both of us haven't been playing as much Premodern this past year, but hopefully we can change that up a little bit in 2024.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well played by Javier and Chris, and good night, everybody.
Night, y'all.